Hey, what's up everyone? Anthony Blake here. Thank you so much for joining me today on my channel. If you don't already know, I'm a photographer out of Northern California. I primarily shoot weddings, portraits, and landscapes. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be documenting all sorts of different photography experiences. I really enjoy getting my camera out and exploring new places, and I'll be documenting those experiences as I go. Today's video is going to be about my recent experience with a Jason Lanier workshop. I'm basically just going to give a review from my personal perspective. This video is going to include some of my main takeaways from the workshop, things that I really benefited from. And then I'm also going to include some tips for anyone that is signed up or going to be signing up for a workshop. So for anyone out there who is considering signing up for a Jason Lanier workshop, but you're not quite sure if you want to take that next step, you don't know if you want to invest the money, is the money worth all the hype? You're going to want to watch this video. Alright, this is it. I am about to make my way down and head over to the meetup spot for my Jason Lanier workshop. I'm pretty excited, but also I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit nervous. I don't know why, but I am. Anyway, here we go. Day one of the workshop, we all met at the meetup spot in the hotel lobby. There we all kind of got to know each other a little bit, introduced ourselves, gave our backstory. Jason gave us his backstory and talked about himself a little bit. He also set some expectations for the workshop for the next 2 days. After that, we set out to our first location. The first location was beautiful. In fact, all the locations Jason picked were awesome. Once we got to the first location, everyone got their cameras out. Jason wanted to see where we were as far as being able to use manual mode and our basic composition skills and whatnot. So he basically had us set our own settings and gave us feedback based on how we set our own exposure and composition, and made sure everyone was on the same page and able to get a good basic exposure and a good basic composition before we went any further. Once everyone had the exposure and composition down with their cameras, we went into using modifiers. Primarily at this location, we used diffusers and reflectors. Jason talked about do's and don'ts with these modifiers and showed us how to use them correctly and some of the benefits that they offer. After the first location, we broke for lunch and then met for our second location for the first day. The first day's second location was along a waterfront. The city skyline was in the background, made for a beautiful backdrop. Here we shot at golden hour. Jason talked us through using natural light, and then we brought in reflectors and diffusers and LEDs, and then we shot into the evening. About halfway through our second location, Jason pulled us all aside and started breaking down posing for us. For me, this was really beneficial because posing up until that point was one of my main insecurities. But he broke it down in a way that was really easy to understand, and once he showed us, he had us go and do it. So basically it was up to us to pose the models, and that was really beneficial. Day two of the workshop started out in the lobby again. But this time we did our one-on-one critiques. He took everyone for about 15 minutes and went over our portfolios, and he gave us some feedback on our images. That was incredibly valuable. After one-on-one critiques, we head out to shoot at our first location of day two. We went to this beautiful park, and this is where we got all sorts of different lights, modifiers, reflectors out, and we just played and practiced with lighting that entire location. Excuse me. This is Maxie. Say hi, Maxie. Once we wrapped up at that location, we went to our final location, which was on the beach. It was a beautiful spot. Like I said before, every location was beautiful. Jason did a great job at finding us great locations. We got to the beach just as golden hour was approaching, and we got to use natural light. We used LED, we used diffusers, we used reflectors, and it was a lot of fun. Great learning experience, beautiful location, and Jason was there every step of the way to make sure that we had what we needed. There's a few things that this workshop gave me that were incredibly valuable. Number one, confidence. Going through this workshop and the way it's structured really helped me with my confidence. Jason was there every step of the way, but made me go through all the steps to learn the process of creating an image from start to finish. And when I would start to stumble a little bit, Jason was there to correct my mistakes and make sure that I get put back on the right track. Another great thing I got out of this workshop was the relationships. Being around other people in the industry, getting to know their story, networking with them, and thanks to social media, I'll be able to maintain contact with those people as time goes on. One more really awesome takeaway for me with this workshop is the fact that it's a portfolio building workshop. So every image I took is an image I can use in my portfolio to help me get work. I can honestly say that my shots that I got on this workshop have 100% helped me get photography work. I gained so much more than just those few things, but those are just the main ones that really stick out that I felt like sharing. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer your questions for you. So for anyone out there who is signed up or about to sign up for a Jason Lanier Workshop, I just want to leave you with a few tips that I think would help you out if this is going to be your first time attending a workshop. I'd say tip number one, go with an open mind. Be a sponge, soak up as much as you can and take notes. You're going to have 2 days worth of incredible knowledge at your fingertips. So just be a sponge and soak in as much as you can. Number two, I think this one's really important. Work on your weaknesses. It's really easy to just do what you're comfortable with already. But what you really want to do is focus on the things that you're weak at. So figure out what your weaknesses are and work on those. Number three, ask questions. At the beginning of the workshop, when we're doing our introductions, one of the first things Jason says to us is, ask me questions. And I'm telling you right now, he means it. I asked a ton of questions and I got a lot out of it. So ask questions. Number four, this may not sound fun, but I think it's incredibly important and very helpful. Watching actually helps a lot. So offer to hold a modifier or a light for someone and take in everything around you and watch and see what everyone's doing and what Jason's talking about. It'll definitely help. Number five, take shots, take pictures, get your photos. I mean, be courteous of everyone there. Wait your turn, but take photos. You're there to build your portfolio. So as soon as that camera is out of your bag, start taking pictures and start thinking about your portfolio right away. And number six, just have fun. Jason's a really cool guy. All of his assistants are there to help. They're awesome. You're gonna have the time of your life. Just go and have a great time. So if you're out there and you are considering signing up for a Jason Lanier Workshop, but you're on the fence, you're not sure if the money is worth all the hype. Speaking from my experience, it is 100% worth it. Yeah, for most of us, it's a lot of money, but if you look at the return of investment, if you're trying to have a business as a photographer and you want to be successful, you have to invest in yourself. You have to get better. And signing up for a Jason Lanier Workshop is going to help you achieve that. Yes, I had a great experience at my Jason Lanier Workshop. Thank you, Jason, and thank you to his team. His models are excellent, his assistants are excellent, and he's a great person to learn from. If you ever get the opportunity to join him on one of his workshops, personally, I highly recommend it. Anyway, I hope this video helps people out there understand what it's like to go through a workshop and understand the value that a Jason Lanier Workshop actually has. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. That's a wrap. Back at the airport in San Diego. Got all my stuff with me. I'm coming home.